2026, Happy New Year. Welcome to Let's Talk Ed with Professor Chris. I hope you all had a good break. I am excited for this year. I think it's going to be great, and I want everyone to have that positive mindset. I keep my New Year's resolutions very, very simple, and this is how I do it. Hold on to what went right and continue to ride on it. What didn't go right, just leave it behind or correct it. Keep it as that simple. Hold on to what was right and continue riding with it. And whatever was wrong, you can leave it behind or you can correct it. Try small, simple steps. Anyway, that's my New Year's resolutions to you. I hope you're back. I hope you're back in one piece as we begin a new year and as we start the semester. My topic today, as usual, is going to be starting the semester right. We want to keep it very simple, so I'm going to do a top 3 strategies for starting your semester right. But before we get into that, don't forget, I am still the author of Getting the Most Out of Your College Experience. This year, I'm going to push it really, really hard. Let's make sure we're sharing this video. It's got good, positive reviews, and I'm looking forward to how far this book could go. So getting the most out of your college experience. All right. Before we get into my top 3, I want to touch on a few points that I highlighted before we wrapped up the semester, which the topic was ending the semester right. So now we want to start the semester right. Please, if you're on the waiting list, here's my strategy for that. If you're still on the waiting list, this is the time. Some of you start school next week, some of you start the week after. Send a quick email to all your instructors for the classes that you're still on the waiting list. And this is why you want to do that, and my little strategy for why you do this. First, you email the instructor, letting them know you're on the waiting list, you really want to take this class, and for some of you, it is a class that you probably need to graduate anyways, so let the instructor know that. While you're doing that, ask the professor if it is okay for you to come to their class while you're on the waiting list. I get it, in some situations, it might not be convenient for you to go in the class because it's 25 and it's 25. It's a very hard 25, right? So maybe you cannot go into that class. There are some classes that, yes, there is a limit, but maybe the technology is not needed, so maybe a hard 25 might be a soft 25, and that instructor might be able to accommodate you until somebody drops off. Now, on that same note of the waiting list, for those of you who are in your classes, please make sure you get in touch with financial aid, pay your fees early so you are in the class, because deregistration usually happens within the first 2 weeks of classes, and guess why that also ends? Because once you are off, if you are deregistered, that makes or opens the door for those on the waiting list. Okay, so it's a catch 2020 there. People on the waiting list trying to get in, they are ready to pay their fees. You are in the class. You need to follow up so you can pay your fees so you're not dropped out of the class, because once that happens, people on the waiting list are getting in. Okay, so again, top 2 quick things: waiting list. Please reach out to your instructors, see if you can come into the class while you're on the waiting list, and pay your fees in time. Get in touch with the financial aid. If your class is going to start next week, maybe this week would be a good week to just check your emails, see where your financial aid is. If it's possible, maybe even going to the school to make sure that all these are in place. Okay? All right. So let's get to my top 3 strategies for starting the semester right. Number 1, tool prep. Number 1 is what I call tool prep. For all the classes that you are registered for, you probably have the syllabus, right? What tools do you need for that class? Definitely number 1 is going to be the textbooks. So tool prep, get your textbooks for all the classes, whether you're renting it, whether you're buying it, make sure you have that ready to go. You want to get ahead of the game. If it's a textbook that you're waiting for, maybe your libraries have it, get ahead of the game. Go in there, check out the book, a couple of days, start reviewing those books, but get your textbooks. Laptops is the big thing. Now, everybody needs a laptop. Everybody's going to use a laptop. If you're taking classes that's going to require some software, you want to get all those software, you want to see if your laptop has the capacity to handle that software. So you want to do that, okay? Additionally, if you're taking any practical courses, whatever you need, it's on the syllabus. Your instructors are going to tell you, make sure you review those and get everything, get all your tools ready. That's my first strategy, tool prep. Number 2, smart prep. So this is where, once again, as you're going through the syllabus, you are going to read the little fine lines with respect to each instructor. What they don't want in their classes, attendance policies, if you cheat, you want to know what the little fine prints in each syllabus is. As you're doing that, you're also looking for the technology that these instructors are going to be incorporating in their classes. Smart prep, okay? So, smart technology is actually why I called it the smart prep, but you want to make sure you know what the instructors are going to be using. AI, once again, there's still discussions on AI. Some instructors now are incorporating AI into a ChatGPT, whatever AI tool into their classroom. You want to make sure that you know what it is and also what is approved and what is not. Okay? Because plagiarism is still a big thing. And since you have AI, your instructors also have it as well. And now it's very easy to detect or identify what you're using so far as your assignments go. But again, some instructors allow you to use those gadgets, tools. So smart prep is mainly looking for the technology, and not necessarily just the technology that your instructors are going to use, but maybe a technology that can help you, that is not illegal, right? You want to find out about all those tools. And also, if it's class you take and talk to some of your friends who have taken those classes, could tell you, hey, this software works best for that. That is a smart prep. Your smart prep is getting ahead of the technology that you're probably going to need to use for that class. Number 3, last but not the least, is mental prep. Forget strategy number 1, forget strategy number 2 if you are not mentally prepared. Mental prep is the biggest thing. My question to you, as we're all getting excited, which is great, remember, how you start your semester is probably how you're going to end it. If you're going in thinking, oh boy, here we go again, school is starting, and you have that less enthusiasm, you're probably going to end up the same way. It's going to be a very, very, very challenging semester. So you want to prepare here very, very well. You want to be mentally prepared as you're getting ready. Because believe it or not, your instructors are preparing mentally as well. Okay, so mental preparation is what you need as you're getting ready for the semester. It's huge. Be excited. Know your goals and objective. What are the benefits of you going to college? Not because someone is forcing you to go there. It is your future, right? So have that in mind. Prepare yourself mentally. Be excited, knowing I'm going into college and it's going to be great. You're going to learn, improve your education, and have that mental preparation. You should be asking yourself this question this week or next week before you go. Am I ready? And prepare yourself to be ready. Mentally, you have to be ready. Otherwise, again, it's going to be a long semester and a challenging one. Okay? Those are my top 3 strategies. Once again, my top 3 strategies to start a semester right. Number 1, tool prep. Okay, tool prep. Get your textbooks, get your laptops, get the softwares. Make sure you have adequate capacity for your laptops, to be able to run your softwares, okay, and all the technology that comes with it. Number 2 is smart prep. Smart prep meaning what technology or what smart gadgets are your instructors going to be using this semester. You want to know it, you want to be ahead of the game. And number 3, again, is mental prep. Be mentally prepared. Be excited to start a semester right. Be excited knowing that this is going to build your future. Be excited about your goals and objectives in life, and that includes your education. Okay? All right. Before I wrap this up, also remember, before the last semester ended back in 2025, December, my very last episode, I told you something. I said, while you're filling out the evaluations for your instructors, make quick notes of what went right and what didn't go too well last semester. This is where you pull out that note and say, oh, okay, this went right. I'm going to write this as I open up this episode with my New Year's resolution. Go back to your notes, see what went right, continue to write on that, build on that, and what went wrong, just eliminate that if you cannot correct it. We are starting the semester right. I am excited for 2026, but we're not going to forget beer. Don't drink beer, but my beer to you is balance. Exercise, eat well, relax, and let's start 2026 right. See you on the next episode of Let's Talk Ed with Professor Chris.
This is the book that I wished I had before going to college. And it's also the book I hope I had while I was in college. Get a copy of Getting the Most Out of Your College Experience now. You can get it online at Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, iTunes, and Google Play. If you want a signed copy, you can go to my website at www.letustalked.com. Get your copy and let's continue to talk ed. Thank you.